How you doing? Thanks for having me.
All right, to get us started with Jermaine, we'll go to Mark Weiser and Mike Griffith.
Hey, Jermaine, how's it going?
It's going good. How you doing?
Good. I want to ask you kind of in terms of a motivation thing, does the game last year, the upset, how does that sit with the locker room a year later? Is it something that you guys use to fuel you to play better against this team, or have you guys moved on past that?
I mean, obviously you want to win every game you play, but I mean, you win some, you lose some. We're going to go out there and attack it just like it was any other week and prepare just as hard. I mean, we keep the main thing, and just try to keep raising our own standard of how we play. So, I mean, we're just going to go out there and try to win the football game.
Jermaine, this is Mike Griffith. What are the goals? Finish the game. I mean, I know you're saying you win some, you lose some, but obviously Georgia's won a lot more than they've lost. Is there any goal as far as top 5 or a New Year's Six bowl or things that can drive the team forward?
Yeah, I mean, you want to win every game you play, man, especially at Georgia. But that's all we're focused on, just one win at a time. We can't really try to look at the whole season and think about best case scenarios, worst case scenarios. I mean, you try not to as a program, just one game at a time. Our next opponent, get ready for them, and hopefully go out there and beat them.
Next up, Seth Emerson, then Anthony Dasher.
Man, what has been the kind of a takeaway for the defense this year? Obviously, last year so strong with the one bad game against LSU, and this year 3 games that seem to kind of puncture that elite reputation. So what's kind of the takeaway for the defense this year?
Can you repeat the question? My bad.
What's your takeaway on the defense this year for Georgia? Last year, elite except for one bad game. This year, 3 games that have, not been what y'all wanted.
I'm not really sure, but we go out there and we practice. We practice hard, prepare for the team we have to play, and we go out there and try to execute our plan. I don't think it comes down to one certain part of the game or anything like that. Just think we fell short in a couple areas, and we just got to come out the next week and try to fix that.
Hey, Jermaine, I know he does not play your position, but kind of what have you seen from Channing Tindale? I mean, since he's kind of been able to get a little more playing time of late.
Yeah, Channing's a great player, man. Great kid, great teammate, most of all. He never complains about playing time or nothing like that. He goes out there and he does what he's got to do when his name's called. So, I mean, when you got a teammate like that and a player like that, good things will definitely come his way.
Next up, we have Chip Towers and Austin Roper.
Apologies if you hear my dog snoring in the background. It's pretty loud, actually. But anyway, Jermaine, obviously, your guy. I'll just say it's obvious when you're on the field. There was a stretch there where you weren't on the field. I assume you were dealing with an injury situation. Can you just talk about what knocked you out for a little while, or has it just been playing time and opportunity situation? How do you feel like you're playing at this stretch of the season?
I mean, as you guys know, I missed basically the first 3 games due to injury, and I was just excited to come back and be with my team and help them in any way that I could. And last night there was no injury and anything like that. We're just pretty serious about keeping fresh legs out there, or whatever we could do to make sure that we didn't have tired guys out there. So we were just rotating between most of the guys in our room, like every 4 or 5 plays, just make sure we are all fresh and can go out there and make an impact on the field. So I think everybody in our room got the job done. I think we're all, very capable.
If I could follow up, how frustrating was that? And I noticed them, obviously you OLBs were having to float out there in coverage a good bit too.
I mean, it's not too frustrating, man. We got a brotherhood in that room, and we always talk about a piece of the pie and stuff like that. And I mean, like I said, I got faith in everybody in that room as well as they do in me. And when I'm not on the field, they're going to go out there and do a good job. And when they're not on the field, I'm going to go out there and go do a good job. It's just what's expected.
Thank you.
Hey, Jermaine. So looking at South Carolina and their quarterback situation they have going on right now, they have, it's between Luke Doty and Colin Hill. How would you, I guess, differentiate like their skill sets and what they're kind of able to do as quarterbacks between the both of them?
I mean, I haven't been able to watch too much film yet. I actually just got done watching the film from Saturday's game this morning. So just got to go watch film, look more in depth on their differences and similarities, and then, figure that out from there.
If I can follow up with this, does it make it more challenging when you don't know who the quarterback is, like going out, like practicing throughout the week? Is it more challenging to kind of prepare for when you don't really know who the quarterback's going to be?
I'd say yes in the case of like, say one's really mobile and one's not, then you got two different kind of game plans on how to go out at their strengths and weaknesses, just stuff like that, but not incredibly difficult. I think that we can adapt and then figure it out and, roll with the punches.
Next up, Palmer Thoms and Connor Riley.
Yeah, Jermaine, you've had a sack in the last 4 games since you came back from your injury. What do you think the biggest difference for you getting to the quarterback has been?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, when I got injured in the first play of the game, a lot of emotion kind of went over me. It's a senior season, and I didn't want to miss out on being out there with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally, got the green light to go back out there, I don't know, man. I've just been trying to take every rep at 110 miles an hour and go out there and do what I can for my team. And things have definitely been falling my way. And whenever I'm out on the field, I look to make a big change in the game.
Palmer ended up asking the question I was, so I don't have a question.
Alrighty, we have a couple more minutes. Do we want to open it up for questions? Alrighty, thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you, guys.